Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Rasulullah wa alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Inshallah, the basic premise of the seminar today is that the radical or extreme understandings that we see unfortunately manifest in ugly forms in some places, that these are really completely antithetical to that which our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, came with. This is not what he taught. This is not the message of the revelation, the Quran, that he received and conveyed. And this is not representative of the tradition of Islam, of Islamic scholarship, and of the history of Muslims living their faith. So what we're going to look at today, and we're going to begin with, is a very powerful video by one of the truly brilliant scholars of our times, Habib Ali al-Jifri, who really diagnoses the problem. That yes, while there are external factors that are true, and they're not denied, that are there still vestiges of of the colonial era and the colonization and imperial domination of Muslim lands, whose vestiges we're still living out? Yes, there are clearly political causes. Much of the Muslim world does not look as it ever did historically. The Arab Peninsula, the carving out of the different nation states there, is a product of the post-colonial era, and it's led to a lot of problems. Are there other external factors? Yes, but is there a problem within? And the answer is yes. But this problem is foreign to sound mainstream Islamic teaching. So what exactly is the problem? Right? So if you look at it as almost like a disease, what are its manifestations? What is it that is causing these not just erroneous but very dangerous understandings? So Habib Ali addresses this in a very precise manner, that and pay attention to it. It's a very tightly argued piece, and it highlights where do people get these crazy ideas from, right? I mean, we'd think that no sane person would think that burning people alive is humanly justifiable, but where do they find the justification for that? And the other egregious practices. What are the roots of that? So that'll serve as the grounding of the seminar, and then our very distinguished guests, Ustad Shahnaz and Shaykh Hamdi, will address how do we then respond to this, right? How do we respond to this in their 2 sessions? And in those sessions, and in the Q&A after, where both of them and myself will be there, we'll have ample time to raise raise questions, discuss if certain things did not make sense to you, or you have any feedback to give. This is one of the aspects of the seminars. We try to encourage discussion on the topic. So that's how we wanted to approach it. Normally, when we have an external video, normally it is shorter than this one. The video is broken down into 2 parts. But it's really brilliant. I've in the lead up to this, I listened to it several times, and it's really it's worth it. So do pay attention, and we're breaking the video down into 2 parts, and there'll be when we break, Sister Sarah Kuratnik will be doing a 5-minute recap of the main points of the video, and if she misses anything, feel free to chime in. So that's basically it. We'll begin with the video of Habib Ali, which Sister Hiba will introduce.